Hi there, this is Andy Robertson, and today I'd like to talk to you about travel vocabulary during the holiday season. That could be the Christmas, New Year holiday season, or the big holiday for the summer vacation, when many schools, universities and workplaces close for the long summer holiday. So the first collocation, or the first phrase I'd like to talk to you about is city break, a city break. A city break is a short holiday, perhaps just 3 or 4 days, traveling to a major famous city, like, for example, New York or Paris or Bangkok. City breaks normally are short and sweet, and people will stay in the center of a famous city. This is very, very common among young professionals, people in their 20s and 30s, who perhaps don't have time for a long break, but they have a few days to take a city break overseas. The next one is for even younger travelers, a backpacker. A backpacker is normally a high school aged or university aged young person who travel with a backpack on their back. They will stay in budget hotels and fairly cheap places, not for luxury, but because they want to explore a new place. This is very common in the UK for high schoolers who graduated high school and they have a gap year and they go to travel for 2 or 3 months, often far, far away. They may travel to Vietnam, for example, so that they can experience a different culture before returning to the UK to do their university studies. And backpackers, of course, they have little money. They're not very rich, but they are very important culturally because these same people will return when they're older. They will become business travelers, family travelers, honeymoon travelers. And so my advice is be nice to backpackers because they will come back and spend lots of money in the future. They are definitely tomorrow's big travelers. And the next word I'd like to talk about travel is tourist trap. This is a more negative word. A tourist trap is an area or a facility or a shop or some kind of attraction set up for tourists. It's often quite expensive, and often local people will not go because it's so expensive, and it's designed for tourists. I remember living in other countries earlier in my life and seeing some very expensive ticket prices for tourists and thinking, oh, that's a tourist trap. I believe that when traveling overseas, it's better to try to go where local people go, or find a local person from that country to show you around a little bit so that you can experience the real country. For example, traveling to Thailand, if you have a Thai friend, they can show you the real Thai places, not only the expensive tourist traps and tourist restaurants, and you'll have a much better time traveling if you know somebody who can guide you around. Package holiday. What is a package holiday? A package holiday is normally aimed at older people, perhaps middle-aged people, or parents with children. A package holiday is very, very different from the young city break people or the backpackers who travel for shorter periods of time, or they travel to major cities. People who take a tour, a package tour, often pay one single price and everything is included. Hotel, buses, flights, and a tour guide. And this means they pay one price and everything is taken care of. It's much less interesting than traveling independently, but it is much safer, and it's perfect for families or older people who just want to relax and don't want to be independent travelers. And so there's a big place in the market for people who take package tours as well. In addition to the package tour, there's also the all-inclusive tour. And this is often very luxurious for traveling overseas. This is where people pay one price and it includes everything, including food and drink. These tend to be resort hotels, and this is very common for honeymooners. That means newly married people who wish to have a luxury holiday overseas. They will take an all-inclusive package, which is very expensive, but then they pay for nothing else. Thanks for listening.